Greetings, seekers of the occult, and welcome once again to this space where we unveil enigmas that challenge our understanding. Today I bring you a topic I've been meaning to address for some time, one of the most intriguing mysteries in the world of the unknown. It revolves around a book shrouded in an aura of mystery, as dense as its content, the Voynich Manuscript. Considered the holy grail of cryptography, this manuscript has baffled scholars for centuries. No one knows who wrote it, the language in which it is written, or the knowledge it truly contains. While some clues seem to be hidden within its pages, the truth is that we may be facing something far deeper than we imagine. Perhaps a legacy of a lost civilization, one that predates humanity as we know it. Now let's delve into it. The origin of the Voynich Manuscript is a puzzle in itself. This book, over 500 years old, first surfaced in modern history in 1912, when it was acquired by the book dealer and bibliophile Wilfrid Voynich. However, its roots delve into a much deeper and more mysterious past. It is believed that the manuscript was written sometime in the 15th century, as confirmed by carbon-14 dating of the parchment. While the author remains unknown, it seems evident that it was created with a very specific purpose: to preserve knowledge inaccessible to the majority. Perhaps it was a compendium intended exclusively for an elite group of initiates who possessed the necessary keys to decipher its content. Since its discovery, the Voynich Manuscript has been the subject of study by cryptographers, historians, and linguists, yet no one has managed to fully decode its content or definitively determine its cultural or geographical origin. Its journey through history is equally shrouded in mystery. Before it came into Voynich's possession, the manuscript is known to have passed through various private collections, including that of Emperor Rudolph II of the Holy Roman Empire, who is rumored to have purchased it for an exorbitant sum, believing it to be the work of the alchemist Roger Bacon. The connection between the Voynich Manuscript and Yale University opens the door to one of the most influential and enigmatic secret societies of the modern era, Skull and Bones. Founded in 1832 on the Yale campus, this society has been a breeding ground for prominent figures in politics, business, and the upper echelons of global power. But what connection might this organization have with the mysterious manuscript? Skull and Bones is characterized by its secrecy and elaborate rituals, many of which are steeped in esoteric symbolism and references to mysticism. Rumors suggest that this society has a particular fixation on ancient and secret texts, which could explain why the Voynich Manuscript, currently housed at Yale's Beinecke Library, might have captured its attention. The members of Skull and Bones, many of them former presidents, high-ranking business leaders, and influential figures, have been accused of being custodians of forbidden knowledge, information that could alter our understanding of history or even human power. It is not far-fetched to think that the Voynich Manuscript, with its undecipherable texts and symbolic imagery, could be considered an ideal artifact for such an exclusive circle. The Voynich Manuscript, being under the custody of an institution like Yale, has sparked speculation about whether Skull and Bones might have direct access to its secrets. Some even believe that this society could be funding secret research to decipher its contents. It is important to remember that Skull and Bones has often been linked to esoteric and pseudo-scientific projects, always with the aim of mastering or manipulating hidden knowledge. It is said that its members seek not only political power, but also a deeper understanding of the forces governing the world, both in the physical and spiritual realms. The Voynich Manuscript, with its indecipherable language and enigmatic structure, aligns perfectly with the interests of Skull and Bones. Its symbolism points to themes such as alchemy, astrology, and arcane knowledge, areas that have historically been part of the hermetic legacy this society venerates and preserves. Moreover, the very environment of Yale, replete with references to mysticism and elite secrets, reinforces the idea that the connection between the Voynich Manuscript and Skull and Bones is no mere coincidence. Some even suggest that the manuscript's presence at Yale is more strategic than accidental, perhaps part of a larger plan to keep it out of public scrutiny. If the Voynich Manuscript truly contains advanced alchemical, astrological, or cosmological knowledge, it could be seen as an object of power, a key to accessing information capable of transforming our understanding of the universe. In this context, Skull and Bones might consider it an invaluable piece for consolidating their influence over global dynamics. Could this society have played a role in keeping the manuscript protected or hidden while attempting to unravel its secrets? Although there is no conclusive evidence, the connection between Yale, Skull and Bones and the Voynich Manuscript remains a constant source of speculation and mystery. The Voynich Manuscript is composed of 7 major sections that appear to address different areas of knowledge, though its true purpose remains an enigma. Each of these parts exhibits unique characteristics that, at first glance, suggest themes such as botany, astronomy, biology, cosmology, pharmacy, and even alchemical recipes, all enveloped in an undecipherable language and accompanied by illustrations that defy conventional classification. The first section, known as the herbal section, presents detailed plants with extensive annotations. However, many of these plants do not correspond to any known species, while others appear to be hybrids or entirely imaginary. This has led to speculation that it could be a manual for spagyrics, the branch of alchemy focused on extracting and enhancing the healing properties of plants. The images suggest an advanced botanical knowledge, or perhaps symbolic representations, as if the plants embody more abstract concepts related to life or spirituality. The second section is dedicated to astronomy. Here we find circular diagrams, evoking celestial maps with depictions of suns, moons, and stars surrounded by nude female figures, each holding a star. Some of these stars appear impossible to identify without modern telescopes, raising questions about the astronomical knowledge the author might have possessed. These images not only suggest an advanced understanding of the heavens, but also a possible connection to esoteric or cosmological concepts, such as celestial cycles and their influence on nature. Biology is the central theme of the third section, where female figures, many nude and crowned, appear surrounded by tubes and containers that seem to transport liquids. These images have been interpreted as symbolic representations of the human body, fertility, or even alchemical processes related to life. The figures might represent mythological or spiritual entities, such as nymphs, guiding these vital processes. The diagrams carry a ritualistic air, linking them to esoteric practices more than to traditional biological knowledge. The fourth section, Cosmology, is perhaps the most intriguing. With circular diagrams and foldouts spanning multiple pages, this part of the manuscript appears to describe interconnected maps through portals, represented as castles or complex structures. Some of the stars depicted in this section could not have been known at the time without advanced equipment, leading to theories about cosmological or even interdimensional knowledge on the part of its author. This section suggests a vision of the universe that intertwines science, symbolism, and mysticism on a profound level. The pharmaceutical section of the manuscript showcases images of plants and roots associated with containers, possibly jars for storing substances. This has led to the belief that this section details the preparation of elixirs or alchemical compounds, merging botanical knowledge with practical chemistry. The illustrations seem to offer clues about extracting healing or magical properties from nature, reinforcing the idea that the manuscript may have been a compendium intended for alchemists or initiates. The sixth section, referred to as the recipes, presents organized lists that seem to outline coded formulas or procedures. These lists are accompanied by symbols that might represent alchemical or chemical elements, supporting the theory that the manuscript served as a guide for preparing special substances. The formulas might have been intended to create ritual, tools, elixirs, or even esoteric compounds for spiritual or physical transformation. Finally, the manuscript includes pages with additional diagrams that do not clearly fit into any defined category. These images, often circular and abstract, seem to represent philosophical or spiritual concepts rather than practical ones. They might hold the key to understanding the rest of the manuscript, or simply symbolize fragments of the connection between human knowledge and the cosmos. The Voynich Manuscript has not only puzzled scholars with its indecipherable content, but has also given rise to countless theories and legends attempting to explain its purpose and origin. One of the most fascinating stories involves John Dee, the renowned mathematician, astronomer, and occultist from the court of Elizabeth Rindan of England. According to legend, Dee is said to have owned the manuscript and studied it alongside the alchemist Edward Kelly. It is rumored that they used the Enochian language, supposedly delivered to Dee by angels, in their attempt to decode it. Some speculate they succeeded in interpreting parts of the text, while others suggest they may have been the authors themselves, using alchemical and esoteric techniques to encode its content. This theory supports the idea that the manuscript could have been created to communicate with supernatural entities or to transmit hermetic knowledge. Another intriguing theory comes from Jacques Bergier, who proposed that the manuscript contains advanced information about astronomical phenomena, such as supernovas and even knowledge of atomic energy. According to Bergier, certain drawings in the manuscript appear to depict stellar explosions and massive energy releases, indicating an astonishing level of understanding for its time. This perspective has fueled speculation that the author may have had access to lost scientific knowledge or information transmitted by an ancient civilization or extraterrestrial beings. While there is no conclusive evidence, the patterns and shapes found in the manuscript's celestial diagrams continue to feed the idea that it could be a coded record of cosmic events. The manuscript has also been linked to advanced alchemical practices. The illustrations of plants, vessels, and formulas have led some to believe it could be an alchemical manual intended for the preparation of elixirs or magical compounds. This aligns with the hypothesis that the book was created to preserve esoteric knowledge accessible only to an elite group of initiates capable of deciphering its complex code. However, skeptics argue that it might be an elaborate Renaissance hoax, designed to impress wealthy collectors or to challenge the intellect of anyone attempting to unravel it. A more recent and controversial legend suggests that the manuscript was indeed a Renaissance hoax, created to deceive wealthy collectors or to serve as a demonstration of the author's ingenuity. According to this theory, the text lacks any real meaning, and its sole purpose was to dazzle those who tried to decode it. However, the manuscript's complexities, such as the statistical coherence of its language and its detailed illustrations, make this theory difficult to sustain. The Voynich Manuscript is much more than an ancient book. It is a challenge to the mind, a mirror reflecting our deepest questions, and a mystery that continues to defy the passage of time. From its enigmatic illustrations to its indecipherable language, each page seems to whisper secrets beyond our understanding. The theories surrounding it, ranging from alchemical and astronomical practices to the legends of John Dee and the possibility of extraterrestrial knowledge, only deepen the enigma, inviting us to imagine worlds where the impossible might become reality. Beyond its potential meanings, the Voynich Manuscript reminds us of something fundamental. Humanity has always sought the unknown, whether in the skies, among the stars, or within the pages of an impossible book. Perhaps it's not the content that matters most, but the journey we undertake in attempting to unravel it. It is in that journey where we find questions that transcend answers, opening our minds to new possibilities and forcing us to confront the boundaries of our understanding. If you are passionate about the mysteries of esoteric knowledge and hidden enigmas, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the universe's secrets together. The mystery served, and this is only the beginning. See you in the next video.